keep that right where it's at.
All right.
So shout out to everybody at the sound of my voice. DMV, you know we love the DMV. You already know how we rock it. But we got Houston, Chicago, Philly, Atlanta, Georgia. I got the numbers the other day from Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh,
through the roof. But look, we're in other countries now.
Yes,
China, Egypt. What else it was?
We got people watching in the
I
UK.
don't have a sheet. I wanted to shout all y'all out, but next week I had a sheet. We have reached other countries.
I'm so excited about that.
Spotlight is doing well, thanks to you guys. It's a super blessing. This year we're going to stretch out to a lot more platforms, Spotify, Google Play, blah, blah, blah. So it's just a blessing. So thanks. Everybody at YouTube, this is our first live show on YouTube. So welcome aboard Spotlight Over the City. We have an amazing show, so let's get into it.
Yes, Thankful Thursday, y'all. Go in our comments either on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, wherever you're watching the show, and tell us one thing that you're thankful for on this first Thursday of 2022, y'all. Can y'all believe the whole damn year is gone and we're in a new year already?
Cuzzo, what's up, Lynn? What's up, Cuzzo?
Yes.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. If you don't have anything to be thankful for, something's definitely wrong, because you woke up, you can hear me, you can see, smell, taste, all that's real serious. But guess what? You made it to 2022. A lot of people didn't get here. So just for that alone, be thankful. Like a lot of people are not where you are. A lot of times you have something that a lot of people would kill for, and you don't even want it.
We got Silk on here from Turkey and said hello, y'all. So we got people watching from Turkey.
All the way in Turkey.
Hey, Silk from Turkey.
What it do, Silk?
Yes.
Let your friends know that we see you. We know that you see us, and we appreciate you watching.
Yes, we do.
Sure.
You all, we got an amazing show for you all tonight. We have got some amazingness. Is that a word? Amazingness?
I tell you what else we got.
What?
We got a new sponsor, Axum.
Yes, we're going to talk about that.
Down here, we got a brand new sponsor, Axum. Mind Your Time, black-owned watch company, a beautiful situation. Also coming aboard is Horse and Dickies. They've been our sponsor before, but the Glen Arden Horse and Dickies, none other than my homegirl Royette. So we'll get into that as well. 2 new sponsors and many more to come. That's
right, y'all. On today's show, we've got a young man in the building tonight who has been, making waves in the entertainment music industry for a very long time, y'all.
Spotlight family.
We call him a hip-hop pioneer, Spotlight family. And he is fine. We finally got him in the building. So you all are going to welcome today Terk Stevens. Yes.
When I tell you this young man is way more than what we just said, but we can't give it all away
we
right
ain't
now.
going to give it all up yet.
Whole lot of accolades, whole lot.
Yes, indeed. But also, returning to the show is one of our favorite. This young man is humble, talented, all of that, and smart too, right? And we have had him on the show once or twice, and he can rap. Listen, we can go on and on and on with accolades for him as well, but we're going to let you find out for yourself at the end of the show. We've got Miles A closing out with a live performance, y'all. Give it up one more time for Miles A in the building.
Hey!
Yeah.
Speaking of hip-hop, if you can answer this question for me, I got a watch for you. If you can answer this question, who was the first hip-hop artist to ever go on wax? I got a watch for you. I got everybody.
Do you even know?
You better know it. I'm a hip-hop head.
Terk, do you know?
Everybody. It's not African Bambaataa. It's not none of that. If you know this artist, put it in there, and I got a special prize for you. Put it in the chat room. The first artist to ever go live on wax, to put something on wax, was who? The first hip-hop artist to ever put something on wax. My partner, hey, let me tell you something, Run. You owe us a pair of Jordans, because we called that out down there at the Hip Hop Summit about 15 years ago, and you ain't gave me them Jordans yet, so we need to see about that. But
I
won that back then.
Okay.
The first.
It's
not African Bambaataa. It's not we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Okay.
I got a good prize for you. It'll make you think a little bit.
All right. Well, you all know how
you
know what we do here. Spotlight Over the City hasn't changed in 2022. We love to shout out our black businesses. That's one of the ways that we give back to the community. We like to shout out and make and give props to reputable, amazing black businesses. And so if you are a black business owner, or you know of a black business that is reputable and you would like for us to shout them out on a future show, send us an email right now, info@spotlightoverthecity.com.
That's right.
Tell us about the black business, give us the information, and then we will possibly have them featured on an upcoming show. Today's 2 black businesses, near and dear to my heart, the Tarek Sphere. The Tarek Sphere is run by husband and wife Mustafa and Yvette Tariq. And the Tariq Sphere was designed with the inexperienced author in mind. They act as a full-service publishing concierge. They take care of the entire process for you while you simultaneously providing you with the knowledge required to operate as a professional self-published author on your own, though. You will receive a shelf-worthy book, advice on setting realistic goals, the marketing skills to push your book, and also they offer an impeccable book branding package that will position you among the most elite of self-published authors. You can reach them online, www.tariqsphere.com, and you spell Tariq, T-A-R-I-Q, Sphere, S-P-H-E-R-E. So go to www. If you are trying to become a self-published author, you want to keep all your royalties to yourself, and you want a bomb product, you want a bomb book, get in touch with the Tariq Sphere, www.thetariqsphere.com, or you can find them on Instagram at Tariq Sphere. We love you. We love both of them. Yvette and Moo, we love y'all.
That's the family. They helped me get my book back out there. It's a relaunch, A Gangster's Cry. So basically, I just want to say we definitely down for black business, but just make sure that you are reputable. When we say reputable, you don't have to be a big business at all. Just a good one. We don't care how big you are. Just a good business. We don't care about the rest.
All right. The second business is, again, we talked about her before the show, Megamind Media.
Hey.
Yay! Megamind Media is an American film and TV production company based in the DMV, specializing in book-to-film adaptations and original television series and programming. The company was founded by award-winning book publisher and movie producer and my friend Tressa Azarel Smallwood, and business guru who happens to be her brother-in-law, Don Lee. Megamind Media has joined forces with major TV networks such as BET, BET Her, TV One, and All Black TV, which is formerly known as UMC, to release several Megamind projects, including Sinners Wanted, The Available Wife, All In, Secrets, Holiday Heartbreak, Dear Best Friend, and the list continues, because Tressa is in Atlanta right now filming a movie for 2022. She's got probably like 20-some movies lined up for 2022.
Man, that's
she
why
not play no games.
I got to take my movie and run. So, but this is what I'm going to tell you, though. I am so proud of what they have going on. I watched these guys. We covered the first film festival, but even prior to that, we was watching and locked in to Tressa and them do their thing.
Yep.
And when I say do their thing, they do their thing. Super professional, just class act, just a class act. But when you watch Tressa, which you should, if you don't follow her, CEO Azarel, you slipping. It's motivation just to watch.
Absolutely.
Like, if you can be motivated by watching, you'll probably be motivated by watching.
So,
yeah.
So
sure.
check
shout
out
to
those
the birthday girl.
Amazing black
Tressa, man.
Who's the Oh yeah, Tressa had a birthday last week as well. My
Shout
dad
out to
turned 93 last week.
Wait a minute.
My sister turned 50, so we had some birthdays.
Dedicate this whole show to Pops.
My daddy.
93 years old, still jumping in and out of Corvettes and Benzes. Still just that guy.
Yeah,
just the all around man's man. So shout out to you, Pops. You know I love you to death. You are my guy for sure.
What's happening, y'all? What's happening around town? Diosa Ave presents the Love and Crank event featuring Faces You Know with Halima Peru on February 12th at the Silver Spring Black Box Theater. Guess who is hosting this event, y'all? Stan and Terry Long.
Hey, Spotlight
yes,
over the
Spotlight
city.
Over the City will be hosting the Love and Crank event featuring Faces You Know. We cannot wait. We're very excited about this event. You can get your tickets by going to www.diosaave, and you spell that DIOSAAVE.com/tickets. We need y'all to show up and show out. February 12th, the Love and Crank hosted by none other than Spotlight Over the City.
Hey, we love it. So before I go any further, I left out something.
Okay,
we talked about black business, so I have to send a special shout out to my man Eddie Van.
Okay.
At the Madness shop. The Madness has been in business since I was a youngin', and so they have carried the city for a long time. Ed has never went anywhere. He's always stood in the gap. And so shout out to you, Eddie Van, down there. He's all the way down in
Waldorf
now. So make sure you check him out online too. UniversalMadness.com. That's my guy.
All right. The A-List of Entertainment and DMV Libras present Comedy and R&B Live featuring Laugh-In Lenny, who's a Spotlight family member from a way back, and a live performance by DMV artist Kenny Sway, y'all. This is also going to take place on Saturday, February the 12th at the Garden in Alexandria, Virginia. You can call 703-350-5551 for your tickets. And last but not least on the list today, Chariot Entertainment, and that's run by our friend TJ.
My man, TJ.
Yeah.
One time for TJ.
Chariot Entertainment, they present the 4th annual Winter White Soiree on February the 25th at the Woodmore Country Club. That's over there in Prince George's County. Tickets and information can be found online, www.winterwhite22.eventbrite.com, or call 240-324-8067.
That's when you know it's fly, when it's a soiree.
Soiree. Y'all ready for?
Serious on that one.
Y'all ready for Name That Song with Stack and T-Bomb?
I thought we was gonna talk about.
Oh, you okay? What you want to do? Go
you
ahead.
still want to do it?
What? Name that song?
Yeah, I thought we.
Yeah.
Okay, well, cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go first this time because I don't.
We got a whole bunch of comments
Song
talking about
together.
when are y'all coming back with Name That Song. We got some new listeners who want to watch tonight because they determined they're going to guess the songs. They told us they're going to guess. They said they didn't even know about Name That Song, but now that they know, they tuned in and they going to guess the songs tonight. So we're going to see what you got.
All right, so before we get into it, you name the song, name the artist.
You have to name the song and the artist, y'all.
And we have some Spotlight t-shirts and pins and all that kind of stuff, but we also have some giveaways from our new sponsor, Axum.
Yes, we
Axum
do.
Watch Company. Is Axum.com?
AxumStore.com.
AxumStore.com. You can get your merch. I have some merch on myself today.
Yes,
they
you do.
also
Looking
have
fine.
a whole bunch of other merch. Plenty of merch. So these are some of the things we're going to give away. Not just Spotlight stuff, but we also giving away some Axum stuff. They also have watches, as you can see. I don't know if you can see them, but they also have some very, 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 very nice watches. Black on, black on, black on. So let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So, like my honey said, name that song. We're going to do a few bars of a song. You're going to name the song and the artist. Are y'all ready? You ready?
Sure, I'm
Are
ready.
you a little nervous?
No, I'm not.
No.
You never went first before, so I'm bracing myself.
I always go first every
Okay, well,
week.
Go ahead. Go ahead, you do it. Knock it out.
Okay.
You need some water or something? You good?
No. Yeah, let me get some. Let me wet my whistle real quick.
Yeah, this ain't water, so
Okay, yeah, that's even
I
better.
don't want you to take my. All right, well, let's get it. That should help you. That should give you
Okay.
a boost.
I know there are no guarantees. In love, you take your chances. But somehow it seems unfair to me.
So unfair.
Look at the circumstances. Through sickness and health, till death do us part. Those were the words that we said from our hearts. So now when you say that you're leaving me, I don't get that part. Y'all know that song? Ah! Y'all know my song? Who know? Get it, Terk. You knew it?
That was an easy one. Everybody know that when they know music. That was an alley-oop, so that don't count.
I don't know. Terk said it's from a soundtrack.
It's a soundtrack. Okay.
Oh, you
know
right.
What it is. Yeah.
You're right.
Wait until it's hell.
Wait until it's hell.
Wait until it's hell.
So, what you
All
got?
right, so this was on the spot because I didn't write a song down for this week. So
Oh, but you good,
This
so-
a rewind. This is a rerun, and I know Terk ain't gonna know this one right here.
Okay, so rerun?
Yeah, this a rewind. A rewind.
Okay.
All right, look.
What you
Where
got?
my cameras at? What I'm doing? 5'7" with light green eyes, body built like a woman over 25. Plus she pushed the whip that the average woman couldn't get. Less she worked about 2 9-to-5s. Girlie played the game just a little too mature. She damn near had everything I was looking for. But things seemed shady when I asked my lady to meet me at the club. She had trouble at the door. It's when I found out, yeah.
Oh, y'all better give it up for my
What you
Central
gonna say,
Chocolate.
Al?
Oh,
got
you
something.
good.
I I got something for you
Miles,
at the show. Music Soul Child 17.
Yes.
You know that?
How you know that?
Old soul. You cheating. You got Shazam. Something happened.
Turk, you didn't know that,
Turk,
did you?
I had you, Turk. Yeah. Off the break. I seen you when you looked up. You was like, I was like, yeah, you know that. Joint. Yeah, Music Soul Child 17.
All right, y'all. That's always
old school music.
super fun. We just have a really quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with Spotlight News.
Yep.
I'm Terry Williams, the founder of Shea Butter Like Whoa, a natural body care company based in Maryland. We specialize in body butters, scrubs, oils that are awesome for the entire family. What makes us different, you might ask? We use only plant-based ingredients in our products. We've been curating our products for over 10 plus years, put a lot of love into our products, and the process is what separates from others. We make products for your entire family to enjoy. We love what we do. We put that in every product that we make. And we want you to try us out today. You can reach us and you can look at what we have to offer on our website at sheabutterlikewhoa.com. You can also follow us on any of our social media outlets as well. We look forward to you visiting us, and we look forward to your future business. Visit us today at sheabutterlikewhoa.com.
Welcome back to Spotlight of the City, you guys. Y'all having fun?
Yes.
Y'all having a good time out there?
Yes.
Hey, shout out to Lynn. Shout out to Netta, Cuzzo, Jewel, Janice, my main man, Bill Hart, just a bunch. Everybody on Facebook.
Everybody.
Everybody on IG.
And everybody
well.
on IG
Thank
and
you for
everybody watching on YouTube. Okay, we got to keep
and
going.
YouTube. Let's go.
Spotlight News is sponsored by Shea Butter Like Whoa. Shea Butter Like Whoa, they provide gentle and natural skincare products that are 100% non-toxic. Listen, y'all, Shea Butter Like Whoa, I stocked up on it for Christmas, and you should do the same for January, for New Year's, for Valentine's, whatever you need. Go to www.sheabutterlikewhoa.com and enter our promo code SPOT20. Y'all hear that in the audience too. If you want some shea butter, get your dry and ashy, crackly skin all the way together by getting you some Shea Butter Like Whoa. They have amazing scents. The texture is bomb, and you can get a Spotlight family discount.
Spot 20, baby.
SPOT20, www.sheabutterlikewhoa.com.
Get you 10% off.
That's right.
Shout out to Terry, too. I saw him on Fox over the holiday. I saw him doing this thing on Fox. That was a big deal.
Shea Butter
Shout
Like
out to
Whoa.
my main man, Terry Williams,
Y'all
the
can get
CEO.
some, too.
So let me tell you, fellas, don't think you above the ass now. I know your woman might not say nothing because you got $2, $3, but that don't mean she wants your ashy ass on her. She don't want you to scratch her up with your feet and all that. So once you get them done, get that shea butter
Get
together.
you some shea butter.
Get that ash off the back of your heels and all that. You got to get that right now. Women pay attention. I know you might not, but they looking.
Spotlight News. Justin Johnson, y'all. A first-degree murder warrant has been issued to 23-year-old Justin Johnson for the untimely execution of the rapper Adolph Thornton Jr. Y'all know him as Young Dolph. A $15,000 award is being offered for assistance leading to his capture and arrest. I saw the picture of this young man on TV all week, and what is he, 23 years old. They found a picture of him at a club when he was right there, right next to Young Dolph. So unfortunately, it happened to be someone who was very, could get close to him. And hopefully,
it's always the case.
Yeah,
it's
unfortunate.
The people who run in your house or somebody who you knew or trusted. The people who try to get you kidnapped or tied up. The people you knew or trusted. The people who get you robbed. The people you knew or trusted.
Yeah.
No one knows what's in your house, but the people you trust or know. No one knows what's in your pockets. So you have to be careful of your circle, man. Be careful. Be careful of your circle. Choose your friends wisely.
$15,000 for whoever can lead them to Justin Johnson. Y'all, this one is really, really sad. There, yesterday morning at about 6:30 a.m. in Philly, there was a devastating fire in the Fairmont section of Philadelphia. It left 12 people, 8 kids and 4 adults dead. 2 of the adult victims were sisters, 32-year-old Virginia Thomas and Rosalie McDonald. All 6 of Rosalie's kids died in that fire, y'all. Dang. There were no working fire detectors in that apartment unit. It was a public housing, development, and residents have been living there. These people in particular had lived there for over 10 years. And
super sad, super
very sad.
Super sad.
A woman, and she lost all 6 of her children in that fire.
I mean, it's devastating to lose one, a pet or anything. So when you lose your children, it's almost impossible to wrap your head around that. So our prayers definitely go out to the family and friends of the family.
Yeah.
And man, just please form a support group around these people. They're gonna need some counseling,
absolutely,
some support, a lot of things.
So sad, tragic. Also, not as sad, but just as tragic. On Interstate 95 on Monday in Northern Virginia, y'all, right in our neck of the woods, hundreds. I'm gonna step out there and say it was thousands, based on the numbers that keep coming in, of motorists were stranded on a 50-mile stretch of 95 Monday after a crash that involved 6 tractor trailers. Then they could not get anyone off of that road, and it was a 50-mile stretch of cars. Let me tell y'all something. There were people out there stuck for not 24 hours. There were people I saw even today on the news who were stuck in their car out there for over 24 hours, and they had, like Stan said, they had kids, pets. They were running out of gas, running out of water, and it was 20-some degrees outside Monday night. So just
you
imagine.
Can't leave your car running because you'll run out of gas. You can't keep it cutting it off because you're gonna get cold. If you have children, that's even worse. Pets. So it was a real traumatic situation. I seen some people coming on TV. They was crying and really upset. A lot of things. Some people had medical conditions, and so. Are you prepared for that, though, if it ever can happen again? It happened in Atlanta, but they wasn't prepared, of course. They don't get snow.
Right.
You was on there? Man,
and
that's
made
a
it
heck
out.
of a, you got blessed. Yeah, that's a heck of a situation to be stuck with. So make sure you got you some cold water in your car, because it'll stay cold when the weather's cold. So you can leave it in your car.
Always. I always got stuff in the car.
Chips. She got like a whole.
I got a whole snack section in my car. And he always getting on my case. Why do you got pretzels in here? Why you got sodas in here? Why you got water? Because you never know. I'm out there. If he not with me and I get trapped somewhere and I'm in that car, I got me some water. I got a blanket in the trunk. I got sweater. I got chips. I got pretzels. Everything. If you need it, it's in the car.
That's you too. What she say? That's her too. She locked and loaded. You got the whole entourage in your car.
We got everything. Keep going. I got
You
two.
gotta have everything though, because you gotta be prepared. But no one thinks they're gonna be on the highway for 24 hours.
24 hours. That's Alexander Yusko, a 30-year-old Ukrainian rapper, was dismembered and fed to rats after allegedly being murdered by his wife for allegedly cheating with one of his fans. She cut up his body with a knife and hacksaw and stored some of the body parts in the refrigerator and fed the other body parts to the rats. Now, as a woman who's married, and you just never know when you find out that he's sharing his wee-wee with somebody else. You don't know what you might do. And so I'm not.
What can she do with the wee-wee now?
I'm not condoning what this lady did.
She done chopped the man wee-wee
but
up,
he can't do nothing with it either.
Damn.
So now he learned his lesson.
Don't let that be a lesson. Let me tell y'all something, sisters. Don't listen to her. Don't do that. That's dumb. That's dumb. You don't get the wee-wee.
Cut the damn thing off. You don't know what to do with it? I got something to do with it.
Just cut him off. Don't cut him up. Don't cut him up. Cut him off. Don't cut him up. That's not good.
Don't cut it off?
I'm going to tell you, I admit it now. I got hooked on the ID channel when I had COVID, right? I don't know how I got hooked on the ID channel. But I couldn't get, because it's the realest TV that I've seen. So I've seen some stories on there that remind me of what this girl said, talking about cutting people up and finding them in cement and bags and all.
Well, this person might be on there next week because she did that. Rapper J Stash, 28-year-old Florida rapper J Stash. His name is Justin Joseph. He shot and killed his girlfriend, y'all, on New Year's Day. She was 27 in front of her 3 kids. The 3 kids are uninjured. They came out just fine, but they watched him shoot his mother shoot their mom several times, and then he shot himself, and they're both dead, and the 3 kids are just...
This right here. So a lot of this is happening more and more and more. You're even seeing parents get involved with the shootings with the children, and children shooting parents, and it's really a sign of that time, man. We got to get it together. I'm telling you, we got to get debased. I'm telling you right now, we have to be debased. We have to get based. I'm sorry, we are debased.
Debased. And
so we're gonna have some problems. They not just starting.
Spotlight Sports,
y'all. Let's get to something good. Oh my goodness, I got to talk about the homie. All right. First of all, let me put this. That's the homie, so I'll say that. Antonio Brown. God Almighty, you can't keep letting me down, bro. Okay, Tampa Bay Bucs wide receiver Antonio Brown was waived today, which was the other day.
He was waived today, actually. They made the decision. They said it that day, but they actually waived him today.
Well, it's official. It's official. Brown left during the middle of the third quarter in Sunday's game against the New York Jets. He removed his jersey, shoulder pads, tossed those, undershirt, gloves, tossed those, and then ran off into the crowd, basically. He then trotted off the field doing jumping jacks, which was wild, flashing a peace sign as he jogged into the tunnel and left the stadium after having 3 catches for 26 yards through the third quarter. I'm going to just say this, though. I really like this young man. He's really strong on that field, and he's a hell of a football player. I'll say that. I don't know him personally, but I say that it's some mental issues going on. It's not just him doing this stuff, I don't think. I think it's some other things, like when people say you have a tick or you have this or that. It just means you not mentally all the way sound. So something's going on.
Some of the reports that came out today, it's conflicting stories, but now it's starting to be a little bit more consistent. And Antonio Brown's story is that, listen, y'all, I didn't just quit. He was told that he was going to get the boot on the field that day when he wouldn't go back in. He is saying, and his
injured, right?
Yeah, he's saying that his ankle was injured, and he told them that, and the coach was like, "Well, you got to go in," and he said, "I'm not," and the coach was like, "That's it for you," and he was like, "Oh, okay," and he's like, "This it for me? It's it for y'all too," and was like,
so let me show you. So for the young players, don't ever do that. You're gonna throw all your money away. He got a little change. He can do that. Don't throw your money away. What you do is be more diplomatic. So you don't ever show the hood side in the public. You kind of maintain that because they're going to call you a dumb nigga. So don't never do that. What you do is you display all of that in private where you could get your white boy Tom Brady to help you because that's who got you on the team and that's who got you back reinstated. So you let Tom help fish for that and you be diplomatic and then you pull back and let Tom go in there and speak for them and say, nah, you ain't going to let my homeboy do that. You going to get, and then he'll get you together. But you have to act accordingly. You can't throw jerseys, toss.
Right.
So then they going to have ammunition.
Yep.
So you don't never give nobody ammunition to beat you with. You always make them fish for that. Don't just hand it to them. Right. So you gave the whole world something, and that's why I think it's mental illness. But anyway.
I don't think he'll play.
Tristan Thompson. I hope he does come back. But I think he'll be more of a distraction at this point than anything else. So they might have to let him go ahead. But he got a couple of dollars, so he cool. Tristan Thompson revealed revealed that he is the father of a newborn son with fitness model Marley Nichols. Tristan issued a public apology this week to Khloe Kardashian. And said he takes full responsibility, basically for his actions. He also said that he looks forward to amicably raising his son and apologize to everyone who has been hurt or disappointed by his actions. So he's owning up to his responsibility, and he's saying, yeah, I busted down, she got me. But the biggest problem was you were dating Khloe at that time, so that's what kind of made it look kind of wild.
Dating, they living together with a baby and engaged.
Yeah. So everybody has a part to play, but Tristan, like the girl, she knew he was dating Khloe, but he's a rich young athlete. That's kind of like the narrative for a rich young athlete. And so it's kind of hard to get away from that if you're allowing those behaviors to happen. So Khloe kind of signed up for some of this stuff because you take him back. And you see what he's doing. So it's unfortunate because it's babies involved, some children involved. So now there's more children involved. So
hey, Tristan, you see what happened to that Ukrainian rapper, right, when he cheated?
Yeah, don't put that out there.
Y'all better be careful
fooling
with these women.
Be careful, though, because you get the wrong one.
I'm telling you, that's all I'm saying. Y'all better be careful because women are snapping these days over that kind of stuff. They sick of it.
Snap. What good is that going to do? She chopped this man up or whatever happened. Now she can't get it. Nobody else can't get it. She can't date him. She can't love on him. So that's kind of like, wow. And then she going to jail.
Well. Anyway, yeah. Question of the week, y'all. We are Question of the Week is one of our favorite segments as well, and that's when you all send us your relationship questions, and we answer them live on the air. We don't identify you, and keep the questions coming in. You can send your questions to info@spotlightoverthecity.com. Again, that email is info@spotlightoverthecity.com.
You okay?
Who, me?
Yeah. You had this robotish look. about you. So I was just making sure that you ain't get stuck or something.
No, you know, sometimes when I start, when I start thinking about like this lady chopping off the penis and all that kind of stuff and what Tristan did, I be getting mad for the ladies. I'm like a spokesperson for the women. Like, come on, y'all, don't stop doing them like that. But Umbrella Therapeutic Services is DC's most reliable and trusted behavioral health organization. They provide community support and medication management for individuals and groups as well, you all. You can reach Umbrellas by calling 1-888-793-4357 and request Umbrella Therapeutic Services. And since we're talking on the subject of people chopping up body parts and Antonio Brown and things of that nature, mental health is serious. Take it seriously, y'all.
Mental health is definitely serious, so we have to get him to Umbrella Therapeutic Services because as long as you're not 100, you still qualify.
Yeah, ages 5 through 100.
Yeah, after you get 101, you just have to smoke cannabis or eat an edible or something like that because that's all we got.
And so speaking on that line, we're going to get to the question of the week real quick. If you're listening and you're a business owner and you're hearing this amazing show and you want to advertise on our show, get at us. Info at spotlightoverthecity.com.
Please do.
For 2022. Make it one of your business expenses, marketing on Spotlight. Write it off. Spotlight Over the City.
You can be on board with us. We have an amazing show. We do some amazing things. And this year, I want to make these announcements while we're on that. Real quick, I know we're behind. Okay. But we're going to be getting into the community service side of things. And so we're definitely going to serve our community this year. We're going to be feeding the homeless. We're going to be out and about. Me personally, I'm going to personally be out and about, and I'm going to put a team together. Of course, we're working on that now. And so for 2022 and above and beyond, we're going to keep on feeding the need. So we're going to get sponsors to get involved. We're going to do a whole bunch of that consistently, not just for Christmas, not just for holidays.
That's
just
right, baby. I love it. Y'all ready for this?
Let's do it.
My wife, this is a man, if they say my wife, I'm assuming. My wife of 11 years is amazing. That's a great number, too. She is also the mother of our 4 amazing children. My issue is that she hardly ever wants to have sex. She is content with giving it up maybe once a week, and that's on a good week. How often do the two of you think is normal for a married couple with no health issues to have sex? I am getting very frustrated with my wife. She explained that she no longer feels attractive after having our 4 kids and gaining weight. To me, in my eyes, she is still as fine as ever, and I still heavily desire my wife. She does work hard, and she is the primary provider of our household. However, I make sure that the house is cleaned when she gets home, her dinner is always ready when she gets home, and the kids are always straight. All she has to do is take care of me, and she still only wants to do it once a week or less than that. I have no desire to cheat or anything like that, but I am becoming more and more frustrated with this situation, which could eventually turn to anger and resent. How can I get my wife to do it more?
Yeah, he's 2 seconds from getting a girlfriend.
He said he doesn't have any desire to cheat or anything like that.
He right around the corner from getting him a girl. So
listen,
at the end of the day, let me just say this. I commend her because she's had 4 children.
4.
So that does change the dynamics a little bit. A lot of women start feeling insecure about themselves after 1 child. So when you have 4, it gets a little hard to keep their esteem up, to keep everything going, especially when you're still working and doing this. And I get it. But you guys need to talk about that because you still have to fulfill certain duties in your marriage. And that's just, unfortunately, that's just the way it goes. And you can't make it feel like mercy sex, like an obligation. So 1 week, in my opinion, we talked about
once a week.
Once a week, it sucks. I can't even say it right. It's dumb to me. If you want to have a healthy marriage, unless the man is impotent or he has issues with his situation.
Well, what's healthy?
Healthy? What you mean?
He's saying he's saying.
I would say at least 2 to 3 times a week is healthy sex. If you have a high sex drive, just speaking for a friend. If you have a high sex drive, then maybe 4 or 5 times a week is good. But if you average, then 2-3 times. If you oldie but goodie, then once a month and all that. But that's how you get people to go and do other things. You have to maintain a man. See, a man don't want much. He just want a whole lot of peace, something good to eat, and some great sex. Like, he don't need a whole lot of extras, right? So if you at least maintaining good sex, then you can suffice some other things. But you do have to give him good sex. It doesn't matter how many children you push out, ma'am, lady. You still have to bust it down. You still have to be a whole freak. You still had to come up with some real sexual moves. All of the things that you did to get him and get them 4 children, you gotta keep on going, cause you still with him. So you have to sustain them. See, y'all got a contract. So that contract states that y'all together. So when you give a person mercy sex, they can feel. You know what mercy sex is, right, y'all? YouTube, y'all know what mercy sex is?
Yeah, it's just the
mercy
here
sex
you go.
just means all right. Okay.
Here you go.
Like that. Okay, that's dead. Don't do that. Don't give nobody mercy sex. Just keep it for when you're ready to really bust it down. Because that we know about. We know what it is. We know it's mercy. And so once a week,
okay, so
that's really not going to sustain a man who's already telling you he's not being sustained or fulfilled. So you have to hear. See, this is a good subject. So listen to me. When we talk, you have to hear, right? So if I say once a week, babe, that's not good for me. Don't look me off.
Okay.
Right. So if she's saying once a week, that's not good, and she look him off, then eventually he'll get not cool with that. Right?
Okay.
And so, do you think that's healthy? What do y'all think?
Here's what I think.
Need to ask
Let me give the female. Let me give my opinion on this. Number one, I feel like if your husband is coming to you and he's saying once a week is not cutting it, baby. If your man is making sure, let me tell you something. If he is making sure that the kids are straight when you get home from work, your meals are prepared when you get home from work, the house is clean all the time, and you ain't had to do none of that. Let me tell you something. If Stan Long cooks every day and cleans the house every day and all of that stuff is taken care of, I am going to bust it down 3, 4, 5, 6 times a week. Whenever you need, whatever it is, I'm gonna be at the door. Like as soon as I come home from work, I'm gonna drop my stuff. Try me.
I'm just saying.
Try.
I mean, it's all.
I'm on the show, and I'm saying in front of all of you.
So
if I can wait.
What you want me to do?
Make sure that the house is clean every day. Make sure that my dinner is ready every day, and I ain't got to worry. He said the wife don't have to worry about nothing except taking care of his needs. If you make that situation for me, let me tell you something. You're not only going to get it bust down whenever you want it. I am going to do extra. I am going to start doing some jumping jacks. I'm going to start doing, I'm going to learn how to do a Chinese split on it. Whatever it is.
Hey, Addie Hawkins, she said she going to do a Chinese split.
Yes.
So wait, now all I got to do is cook and clean?
Cook and clean. Okay, he said every day and make sure. He said that she has to do nothing except come home from work.
That's the only way that it'll make you want to bust it down daily?
For 6 times a week. So the other part of that is I've been the woman who has to work every day and be coming home tired. And in that situation, being on 1,000, I can't keep up with no 5 and 6 times a week, whether you have a high sex drive or low. I don't care what your drive is. If I'm working every day and I'm taking care of a lot of shit, I'm holding down everything and Spotlight over City and everything, I can't keep up with 5 to 6 times a week. It's going to be more like 2 times a week.
Well, so again,
it's going to be a good 2 though.
Always hear your man's needs, women. So if the man is telling you, don't listen to your goofy girlfriend. Your girlfriend not screwing your man, she's screwing hers. His thing ain't the same as yours. So just focus on yours. The first thing you don't want to do is discount what he's saying.
Right,
I said that. Something, hear him out. It's some significance to what he's saying in his mind. So don't discount it.
She should be busting it down regularly if he's doing all of that.
Middle. Instead of once a week, give him 2.5 days. That means 2 days of sex and 1 day of some extra change, spare change. Something like that.
Okay. So
that's 2.5 days.
So we're gonna get to. You said you want to try me out. You want to test out?
2.5. I don't necessarily want to be a butler or nothing.
Not
like
a butler.
I got shit to do too. So
a butler.
What I'm saying is like you want me to be your maid and
no,
then you gonna hump me
he didn't say that.
Well, this nigga needs something to do though with his life. What do he do?
He
don't work. Do you work?
He making sure. He making sure that everything is taken care of at home.
If he doing all that, women don't. Let me just say this to y'all sisters, because I don't know what's going on in the sex world. If you have half decent sex, it's not just one sided. It's not that you just giving me something and then that's suffice. You getting something too. Please be clear that we both doing something for each other, right? Mm-hmm. And so with that being said, you women don't make it seem like it's a gift to the man to get it, because we gifting each other. We in this together. So it's not like a gift to the man. Okay, let me pass this gift to you since you've been good this week. Here you go, honey. Go ahead and knock it down. No. Knock it down Monday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday, and then,
yes, I will.
But the energy, the cooking is not the only thing that had to bring the energy. You have to be mentally connected to your mate.
That's
you have to
true.
have a mental connection to your mate in order for the box to work right.
That's the truth.
So at the end of the day, young man, meet in the middle with her, but also give her some of what she needs in exchange for what you need. In other words, meet her halfway on her need, and then she can hopefully meet you halfway on your need. And so, like I said, don't take the mercy sex. Make her, it has to be really, let her be into it, for real.
Justin, you want to skip the next commercial and just go right to Ask That? Okay, let's do it.
All right, let's do it. Ask That.
Ask That. So
normally, I didn't read it yet. Normally, this segment is for the men. Normally, I address the men. But this was just a random, so wifey tossed it to me. For Christmas, I gave my ex-wife $500 to get my son a PlayStation gaming system. She used the money to get all 4 of her kids, my son included, a lesser gift so that all of them would have something for Christmas. Aww. I am so upset and enraged about it, but my current wife told me to leave it alone. My wife has a big heart, Terry, and said that maybe I should have considered sending gifts to my son and to his siblings since I know that the dad is not in the picture for the other kids. And my ex-wife is struggling to take care of all of those kids. I'm still mad, though. I gave her the money for my son. And for those other kids, what do y'all think about this? Not for those other kids. I gave the money for my son, not for those other kids. What do you guys think? So what do you guys think about this? I personally feel him on this. It's touchy because she does have 4 children. Only one is his seed. But at the same time, she has to understand that only one is his seed. Yeah. Like, I'm not obligated to all your other tribes because I have a child by you. I'm obligated by my seed. So now if he had extra money to give gifts, then fine. But I shouldn't have to slight my son because you had 3 other children.
Yeah, that's a tough one, though.
See, I would end up slighting my son to try to help your other 3. And so my son wanted the PlayStation. And they daddies, I don't know what's going on. But I got money for my son PlayStation, is what I'm saying. So then I got to curb him so that I can buy 3 other lesser gifts for her children that's not mine.
I'm on the fence with this because, he gave $500 for her to get the one child a PlayStation. Right. And she used it to get lesser gifts for all of the kids so that they all could have something. Like, I have a big heart, and I could see myself doing something like that. I don't know that she was totally wrong and she was totally right. I'm kind of like 50-50 with this situation. And I feel like his wife, it's like, it doesn't hurt you. And if the son buy the son a PlayStation now and leave it at your house. So when he come over there with you, he have it or whatever like that. But I wouldn't be mad at my ex-wife and be pissed because she did that.
So
you feel that way?
Mike, Terk. So I'm gonna let you speak on it, Terk. But real quick, I would say the reason I would be pissed is not because she's trying to help the other 3 children. It's that like exactly what Terk said is inconsiderate because you're taking from my seed. I didn't send no $500 for your other 3 children, though. You know that. So why? Yeah, go ahead.
She was very inconsiderate. He has every right to be pissed. She was super inconsiderate, and she knew what she was doing, and she was being very, very sneaky about that.
Yeah.
And she took it upon herself. She could have called him and asked him, and that's where the problem is. She could have called and asked him, "Look, this is the situation. Would you have a problem with this?" And she made a choice that was very selfish on her behalf. So he has every right to be pissed at her.
I agree.
What happens is that people that have bleeding hearts, and we have bleeding hearts, it's not that he wouldn't have done that. She did it on purpose, and she was very sneaky about that.
Right.
So he has every right to be upset about that.
Right. She was intentional.
And he's upset about the action. He may not be upset about the. He's upset with her.
With her.
He may not be upset about giving the other kids a gift, just how she went about it. Yeah, but he has every right to be pissed.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
I see what you're saying.
That's what I mean. She had just like you called me and say what you done did. You had the opportunity to call me before you done did, and you can say, well, look, Stan. I got these other 3 kids and their daddies ain't come through for them. So if you don't mind, I would like to take the $500 and kind of divide it up a little bit to help the other 3. And then I get to say, hell nah, you can't do that. And so then what I could do is get them 3 lesser gifts, right? Mm-hmm. I go get them $200-$300 gifts, you know what I'm saying, and make them suffice with tennis shoes or whatever they need. But my son is my son. And so I don't have, you can't deprive mine because yours ain't in your life. I didn't make that decision. That's your decision. So you got to slide off a little bit. Don't deprive my son now because I need him to get that PlayStation. Yeah, I need him to have that.
I'm on the fence.
We'll talk about the other 3, but you can't take that PlayStation money to suffice those 3. So I know you on the fence.
Is anybody else on the fence with me?
Anybody got an
on the
opposite
fence
opinion?
with me?
Anybody think that she was right in what she did? Maybe.
There's no right in that.
Yeah, I don't
No.
see it right in that. What y'all say, Facebook?
You can overlook it, as a woman or as a person who's sympathetic. You can overlook it. But there is no right in that. Let's be clear about that.
Let's be clear. Okay. It may not be right.
Very intentional in being deceitful.
Right.
Deceitful.
She was
Right.
being deceitful.
She
And
didn't.
we don't know, and that's the assumption that I'm making.
Right.
Because he's upset about it. Now, if she asked him and he turned it down and said no, then that's a problem with him as
That-
well.
yeah,
But he
that's-
has that right to make the decision. The problem is that we are always looking for approval from other people, and we want them to see things the way that we see them. But that isn't always the case. You have every right to be selfish. You have every right to make the decision you want to make, and I have every right to have to sit with it, or I have every right to counter that.
That's true.
Exactly.
And that's the problem. We want everyone to be like us. So even if he says no, and she went and did it anyway, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I think
Yeah.
so. When you say you're on the fence, what makes you be on the fence about it?
Meaning, I guess I'm just on the fence because I feel like, she did what she did out of her desire to make sure all of her kids were straight. And I know she went about it the wrong way. It was deceitful, but I mean.
Yeah, once you say deceitful, then you can't say but. Like it's at the end. Like deceitful, that's the end. That's how you end. That's not. Miss Tawana, thank you so much. She said we're looking amazing on YouTube.
On YouTube.
Thank you much. Thank you much for watching. We appreciate all of you guys, Joel, everybody, much for being on this. So yeah, I would say it's a no for me. I would be in my feelings a little bit about it. I'm having a similar situation. It's not quite that, but it can be tricky when you have other children involved. When you have a child by somebody, it can get a little tricky. And I understand she has 4 children and she wants them to have something, but that is kind of up to her other 3 situations.
Yeah.
To put something together for
She
that.
probably felt like if I ask him, he might say no. So I'm just going to make the best judgment with this $500.
That's called manipulation. Yeah. So you
So,
can't manipulate a person.
we
You
gotta
can't
go.
say they
Okay.
might do that. You got to keep it going. So anyway,
All right, well, we got to get ready to go because we have our
Yes, we
first
got our
guest
wonderful
coming
guest in
up,
the
y'all.
building.
Coming up after this next commercial break, we have got the one and only Terk Stevens in the building, y'all.
Yep, y'all sit tight. We'll be right back. Spotlight over the city.
Woo! Yes, hey, y'all.
So you want revenge, huh? That shit that happened to Ray, I know where the motherfucking niggas lay at. And them old school nigga that owe that 1.3, yeah, Roy, you put you on the head of the bride. And after that, I even got more work for you. With the detail. You say you wanna make these motherfuckers recognize?
Give me the time and the place and it's done, huh?
Yeah. Welcome to my humble estate.
I'ma kill these niggas myself.
She already got her underdog. Damn good.
Say, don't make me call up on you. At the end of the day, I don't want that community picture.
Hey, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Think I'll call you up here for some bullshit?
I mean, you used to having this shit, you can't ball, man.
You can't let this nigga go. Gotta lay him out.
Find that goddamn.
Fuck y'all niggas, y'all know what it is. I don't even give fuck, niggas know I live. Know one thing about this nigga right here. Look, I always got some big shots to give. Got guns, I'ma aim for your tumble up. Got a knife, I'ma stick it in your jugular. I don't catch you, I'ma fuck your brother up. I'ma keep it G, I don't wanna fuck your mother up. Unless the bitch get suspicion, then we gon' cover up. Fuck one homicide, nigga, we can double up. Wait, nigga, I can run him up. Buy a whole lot of boat water, fuck the city up. Ben had paper, Ben had my kitty up. Try to keep up with me, you better get it up. So my man house with the pity up. Until your mother family.
Shit, it ain't over.
Welcome back to Spotlight over the city, you guys. And guess what? We got us a +1 in the building. And man, this guy right here is nothing short of amazing. His accolades are crazy. I'm gonna let Wife give you a few. You got a few? We can't give you all. I'm gonna let him give them all. Cause this young man has worked with a lot of people, and he's still doing some amazing things today.
Yes, he
So,
is.
what you know about Big 50? What y'all know about that?
We're going to talk about all of that stuff. I like to sum this young man up as simply by saying like a hip-hop mogul, a hip-hop visionary, trailblazer, all of those types of things that you can think of, because he didn't just get started in this work. He been working and working and working for a very long time, y'all. And when you hear some of the things that's been going on and how 2021 popped off for him and what he has coming up in the future, you'll understand exactly why we call him all of these amazing things. So you all, welcome to our Spotlight family, the one and only Terk Stevens!
Yeah.
For a second, I was sitting like, what are they talking about?
Yeah, we talking about you, brother.
I saw on your thing that you call yourself the most known unknown person.
Yes.
What's that all about?
Just staying behind the scenes and just being about the work. And first and foremost, I got to give a shout out to Craze, Jazz, Silver, and Doobie, the other members of my group, and Whistle. You know, and rest in peace to Kango Kid from UTFO. That's where it all started, you know, out of Brooklyn, New York.
So that's where you first started in the music industry.
Right.
So for those that's not old like myself that don't know who Whistle is, let's take them back a little bit and tell them. One of the first groups that went from
Whistle was the first hip hop group to ever transition completely from rappers to R&B. You know, Whistle did that, and Kango was very instrumental in that, and it's just very, very true. And I'm not a rapper. I can only rap Christmas presents. That's it. but I'm a singer, and I was brought into the group during the time when Johnny Gill joined New Edition, and Whistle was making a transition from hip hop. And I thank Jazz and Doobie and Silver and Kerry Craze for seeing that talent in me. It's interesting because I was the road manager initially, and the same with Silver in my group. Silver was UTFO's road manager, and then he became a member of the group.
Wow. So
that's, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so your first start, like one of the questions that came in for you from one of our viewers is ask him, you know, what was his first break into that lane? Like, what was your first type of thing into the entertainment lane? What was it?
That first break.
Interesting is that it was, I always had a desire to sing. I knew I could sing, but just never sang in public. So I was at the University of Maryland, College Park. I went to Friendly High School in Fort Washington. So we were at a track meet, and there was a guy, Raymond Blassingame, at Crossland High School, and he was singing. And I heard him. I'm like, I could take this dude. I was whispering, so I could take this dude. My boy Bob, and Bob was like, get him, Turk, get him. And I'm like, what? He put me on the spot, and the reaction was amazing, right? The reaction from the girls, I was like, oh, this is really real, because you know you see it on TV, you see it somewhere else. I'm like, oh, this is really real. So from that, I started singing. It was at Bowie State, man, where I went to Bowie State, and it was a guy named Vincent Stovall who heard about me singing. And true story, man, I was singing in the shower, and somebody heard me and said, yo, that dude can sing. And he came up to me and said, I want you to do this talent show. And I did a talent show, and that was it. From there, that was it. And
that is crazy.
Wow.
And so you come a long way, because that group started way back in the day. So fast forward, what are some of the artists that you had a chance to work with in the industry?
Well, at that time, you know, we worked with everybody. I mean, you know, we were R&B was just really, really big at the time, and you know, we had people that really wanted to work with us, like Gerald Levert, that wanted to write songs with us, and our good friends Troop, and you know, Kango was really instrumental at being the songwriter and the producer initially, but after that, I transitioned after the group had broke up. I had a desire, and that's the thing, you got to follow your desire. I had a desire to want to get into film and TV.
Yeah.
And at the time, the only person that was really strong in that arena was Spike Lee, and a buddy of mine, Juan Scott. I lived in Southview, and Juan Scott was a good friend of mine who was a writer, and we were just sitting around talking about writing. And out of nowhere, I got a phone call from a guy named Monty Ross. And Monty went to Morehouse and Clark with Spike, and they started 40 Acres and Film Work. For those budding up and coming filmmakers, they were the iconic figures at that time, like Tyler Perry is today.
Right.
You know.
Wow.
And being Monty came and took me under his wings. That's what really, really kind of gave me the opportunity to sit back, and it's very important because everybody want to have this braggadocio attitude about, I want to do this, I want to be out front. I kept my mouth shut for years and just sat and watched everything. everything. I was at 40 Acres with Monty, and I watched everything. And I was a tutor. Him and another brother, Scott Sillers, and what I'm involved and engaged in now is really teaching people about entertainment business and understanding the business of the entertainment. And so from that, I started, producing independent films. I went to Michigan State. I was working at the university there. When I came back here, I got to give it to Chuck West. All praise to Chuck West, man, for Octec. Chuck came to me one day and was like, Terk, this is what we should be doing together collectively. And we just started pumping these projects out, man. Five movies in, man. From the first one, from Couples Night.
So wait, let's talk about that. Let's give them the
5
rundown.
movies in, wow.
So I didn't mention this to you guys on air. I mentioned it off air. But this young man, Terk, is one of the most humble people that I've ever met. So you don't get a lot out of him. This is the most I've gotten. But what I'm telling you is he's humble because a lot of people that's talking ain't working, and a lot of people that's working ain't talking. So he ain't talking. And so that means he working. And so, not to cut you off, but you say 5 films, right? We don't take that lightly. So let's talk about these 5 films and how you transitioned from music into film.
Well, the transition started was when the group ended. Jazz was working with a group called Group Home, and Kerry was in Miami producing, Silva was producing, and Doobie was doing other things as well. Doobie started, as an athlete, was coaching. My partner Tricky, I had to give it to Tricky. Ron Tricky Montgomery, Tricky Business. He's murdering the game right now as a manager. And I was looking to do a solo project, and Tricky was, was like, man, how's it coming? And I just hated the music that was being presented to me. And we started working together. Tricky moved to Atlanta. He was at Morgan. He moved to Atlanta. And back in like '93, just building a studio and creating a studio, we started working with different people. I had transitioned with relationships. With me, I just happened to foster phenomenal relationships with a lot of people who trusted me. And because of me being in the entertainment industry, I was representing talent. I was the go-to guy. When people wasn't making money, I was the dude that really started bringing Hollywood into the club scene. Let's be clear about that.
I got you. Say it again for the people who don't know.
Bringing Hollywood, and back in the day, there was really, just a lot of artists that made appearances in clubs. And when I was at Howard, we did a party called, it was a New Jack City party, and my man was Alan Payne at the time. He played G Money, and me and the guy Frank from Oakland, who was at Howard at the time, we did this big New Jack City party, and I'll never forget, it was crazy. And we had Wesley, we brought everybody in, and I was like, I just wanted to do these movies. Like when movies came out, I had friends that were actors, and that's how I got it. It was AP, Alan Payne, that kind of got me into it. And Al took off, so I just started doing all these movie parties at clubs, and that's kind of what broke me in.
Okay.
To the whole Hollywood
So
scene.
you created your own lane, basically.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
That's what it was. And because I didn't really want anything, I made sure that everybody ate. That's the key. Like people, the message that you always get is about greed is good, and you got to make sure that you handle your business. You will never find anyone that will tell you anything negative about me. I make sure that business. When I close my conversations with people on the phone, I'm like, great. Let's do good business and let's make money. And you sometimes have to take a loss in order to make sure that the people that you're doing business with is doing business.
Yeah.
Because there's a contract that you have with that person. If I hired you to do a job and I'm not making a profit, you can't come to me and do some nigga business and be like, well, we ain't make that money to do it.
Exactly.
No,
we got contract.
That's not your problem.
That's right.
As an artist, as a talent, it's not your problem. Your problem is you delivered. You came. If I didn't do what I was supposed to do to bring in the numbers, it's my responsibility. And everybody will tell you that Terk handles his business. And I pride myself on being able to say that all my calls get returned.
That's because you do good business.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, you call somebody and you're like, yeah, they're gonna get back to me in a minute, and they're gonna call you back.
Right.
And all my calls get returned because I make sure I take care of the business and I understand the power of responsibility. Thanks to Ivan Fitzgerald Hall, he always taught me from the beginning. Ivan Hall was like, look, you must handle your business and be responsible.
I think that's a wonderful thing to display and relate to these younger people in the industry. A lot of times people, what we call hit a lick. They think business is a hustle. So in other words, they get the most and maximize one opportunity, right? They don't do good business, they just do business. And they take one opportunity and they think that's $1 million shot. You can take that one shot, but then what, right? If you do good business, what happens? Your phone calls get returned. You get the what we call a reputation because it's going to precede you either way. Yeah. So that way you get a reputation to make people say, he's a good, solid dude, let me call him back.
I tell people all the time, I am a referral-based business. I don't have business cards. My phone constantly rings. It just rings, and you know, I can get a call from someone, and it's interesting because it transitioned. Like I was always a person of influence, and even in '91 was in '91 when Clinton was running. You know, I got a call to help out the Clinton campaign, and I was this kid because I love politics, and I was this young person who just really enjoyed being around the political scene. But because I had influence, I got a phone call, and I never forgot I met Ron Brown and when Bill Clinton was running. I got heavily involved in politics, and because people, when they know you, your work will speak for itself.
That's right.
And that's the thing that's very important that people have to understand is like, it's not about you winning, it's about you doing a good job. That's what makes you a winner.
That's right.
And people will see it. People will see it. And the first thing a person will do is they will return to you when you do good business.
That's exactly right.
Yep.
And so with that being said, the 5 films, right? Let's talk about the Big 50 joint.
Yeah, you love Big 50.
Yeah, so I didn't see that coming because I didn't know you was behind that. How did that come about?
Well, again, I give it to Chuck, man. You know, Chuck West, man. You know, Chuck like Allen Iverson said something that was really important, man, at his Hall of Fame speech. He was like, man, this man, like Michael Jordan, he had the vision. Like, you know, Chuck had the vision. Chuck was like, Terk, this is what we gonna do. And I'm like, cool. Now we both play a role. You know, and all the things I do from the show I was doing in South Africa. You know, I had a TV show with my guy Samad called Top Actor, and that was pretty much Top Actor is a show like Tyra Banks. You know, it's a competitive reality show. And Tyra Banks had American Next Top Model. We created Top Actor, and we wanted to be able to find actors and give actors that opportunity. From that, you know, to plays, to everything I've done, I've been involved in. Is that, you know, we sit down and we have a comprehensive plan. So Chuck was like, man, we want to do these films. And from that, man, you know, from the first one, from Couples Night, and then after Couples Night was Angrily Ever After. After Angrily Ever After, my favorite one is Twas the Chaos Before Christmas with Sherry Shepherd and Affion Crockett. It's hilarious. Yep. And then after that, we had the Christmas Lottery, and then Big 50 came about.
Big 50.
That
was the last project. Yeah.
Right, that was the last project. And then now, again, the phone rings. I got a phone call from Tristan Smallwood. And Tress was like, yo, Terk, you know, this is what I want to do. I want to go to the next level. I got a very special project that I know is going to elevate. And I was like, when she shared the project, I'm like, bet. Okay, cool. I'm down. I want to do it. I want to produce that with you. And then I called my boy. My best friend is an actor. His name is Morris Chestnut. And I called Morris and I said, yo, Mo, I got this project. You need to do this project. And he was like, why do I need to do that project? I said, because your family's from Tulsa, Oklahoma, your parents.
Oh, yeah?
His parents are from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And he was like, yeah, you're right.
That's an easy sell. So, first of all, I'm president of Black Wall Street DMV. So, it's near and dear to my heart. Black Wall Street is a big, big deal. But to be portraying this movie and doing this movie is a really huge deal. So, you see how humble he is. He said, yeah, I called Mo. He called Morris Chestnut. He's like, yeah, I called Mo. And he said, I can't just call Mo now, Terk. And so this is the kind of stuff I'm saying. You have set yourself up, such a solid individual that you set yourself up for these positions to come to you favorably. That's called favor. Yes. And so I love it. Once again, Tressa, shout out to Tressa. When is that film going to be available?
We start production on that in May.
In May.
We do our weekly calls. I think the schedules, and Monty, if you want to send something, Christina, our assistant, you know, you on the chat, what's the dates?
Yeah.
It's the second week in May that we start on that.
Gotcha.
And there's a complete campaign that we're wrapping around it. I love it. It is a contemporary story that we're doing. It derives from the massacre of Wall Street. And, you know, it's a love story. And it talks about, you know, there's a sister, you know, Nadine is the lead character.
Okay.
She's an attorney, a young black woman who is being confronted with conflicts in the workforce and with uncovering things from the massacre. So Bill Duke is our director. You know,
yeah.
I brought Bill Duke to the table. I'm very
you
excited.
know you done messed up, right?
Yeah.
You know you done messed up. First you bought the bottle of beer, 11 o'clock. Then, yeah, that's the one thing he's famous for. That right there, right?
You know, and so I'm very excited. But what I'm really excited about with my company, with Terk Entertainment Group, is that you know, what we do is we create content, right? That's for African American and transatlantic African.
I read that.
You know, so what's important for me is that I love South Africa. I love the continent. I do a lot of work over there. I've been to Ghana. I've been to Nigeria and London, the UK, and our people are worldwide, and we communicate, you know, all the same. And so being able to create that kind of content and being able to provide strong entertainment for our diaspora around the world is very, very important to me, and not being segmented just here. So that's what my company does, the Terk Entertainment Group, and we created this business of entertainment. And this business of entertainment is a platform that we will be teaching people about the entertainment industry.
Love it.
From ground zero.
From ground zero. So,
Love it.
You'll have different instructors and professors, so my boy Chris Spencer will be teaching about comedy, Morris will be teaching about acting, Anthony will be teaching about creating content, Anthony Anderson, so all these people that we have in our relationship.
You done hooked up with Anthony
Anthony and I went to
Anderson.
Howard together. Me and Anthony went to Howard together. Taraji and I, we known each other before. Taraji was
Shout out to the home team,
Home
man.
team.
Taraji, shout out to definitely the home team.
And then my boy Tricky, so we all is collective. I'm sharing my relationships because we all love and enjoy giving back.
Yeah.
And part of that is with this business of entertainment, that platform is really very, very informative. So you'll be hearing about that pretty soon.
Well, definitely keep us posted, because we'll post it to our site and definitely come on here and talk about it, and we'll have you come back and talk about it again. Your family, you already know that. So I'm super proud of you, though, man, because your humility is one thing, but your work ethic is a whole nother level. So I appreciate you so much for what you're doing. You're opening up doors for other cats as well, and that's a big deal for me. And I love what you're doing on the Africa situation, because that's our real resources, and we can't leave that out. We got to stay linked in.
Oh, yeah. I mean, when you think during the 80s, man, and the 90s, man, when the Caribbean, I'm Caribbean descent. My family's from Barbados. And, there was a big movement in reggae, reggae music and reggaeton. And now, Afrobeats is just so strong. And
I didn't even know that.
Oh, my God, man. That, Kid Wiz, man.
That new
record.
song, You Don't Know My Body.
Oh, he's
Boom,
killing
boom,
it. That's
boom.
But
okay.
there's more than that. And when people have this misperception about the continent, I can't believe in 2021 that people still believe that Africans are living in huts. No, that ain't true.
Right, but that's what they display a lot of.
Well, no, that's not true. What we do is we have these images that we have ingrained in us for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
The wealth of Africa is very, very, very prevalent everywhere you go, everywhere you look. You can see it looks just like, man, I went to Durban when we had the first season, and when I first went to Durban, South Africa, it was like Miami Beach.
Yeah.
It as a matter of fact, is what they call cheating in film. They cheat for Miami in Durban. It looks exactly like Miami Beach, and it's like the actual architecture, the structure, the streets. It looks just like Miami. You go to Kenya and other places, it is incredible. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
So I haven't been. That's the unfortunate part. I haven't been, but I
got
definitely want to go.
It's on our list.
I spent a lot of time on the continent, man. I love. My passport has South Africa all over. Bro.
That's a beautiful thing in itself.
Yeah, it's on our bucket list.
It's it's been on mine, but like I say, what's your favorite part?
Mine?
Yeah.
Oh man, Joburg, South Africa, all day.
South
day.
Africa.
South Africa is my favorite country in the world. Right
Yeah.
now. The food is incredible, bro, man. The country, man. Shout out to Azania Moende. Like that's my producer partner over there.
Okay.
And they put in the work. Like Azania and her team, man. The content that they create, man, over there, like we use Urban Brew Studios over there.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like 3-4 sound stages.
Wow. Oh, man.
4 sound stages over
Wow.
there. They shoot a lot of films over there, man. A lot of
Who
films
knew?
over in South Africa.
So is it cheaper to film there?
Yes, the dollar goes strong over there. And even in Nigeria, like so at one time it was what they call Bollywood, and Bollywood is India. India was the largest creators of films in the world, more than America. Yes. India created more films than any other country in the world, more than Hollywood.
Wow.
Now Nigeria has passed that, so it's called Nollywood. Nigeria has surpassed that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they create. So we create, but we have set a standard, in terms of Hollywood and what it looks like now. The UK, they putting in work. Them British actors, it's something in the water in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
Those actors over there, what they're teaching in that method, in that tutorial, man, they coming over here killing the game. There's a lot of actors you see right now that are in films that you had no idea that they were British. Black
Wow.
British.
Yeah. So because you couldn't take the accent doesn't come through in the film.
Well, no, it's because they studied American culture so much that they can pick up an American accent. Like people didn't know that Idris was British. People didn't know that.
I didn't know that for a long.
Yeah.
All I knew was Stringer Bell.
Talked about that
People didn't know that.
because when he was in the Wire, that never came through.
Yeah.
Like we
But-
didn't see that.
Oh my God! I mean, there's so many. There's Idris Damsu, the kid from Snowfall,
Right.
British.
Mhm.
Who else was the other brother name that did Black Panther? There's
They
so
coming
many of them.
through, yeah.
Yeah, they all are. They all
Yeah.
are.
Wow. So Terk, what is something that you want the viewers and listeners and the people who love and support you to walk away with after today before we let you go?
What I want them to walk away from is knowing that you must be a student of your passion. You must understand all aspects of your business. What happens is that social media has given us a falsehood to believe that just because you have likes and you have views, because somebody saw something, doesn't resonate doesn't resonate in business. It doesn't mean that you're successful. If 1 million people see something, that doesn't mean 1 million people are going to buy the product. That doesn't mean 1 million people are going to really believe in you. I'll never forget Ryan Davis, man, the comedian, was like, he talks about these women who are out here.
I listened to him too.
Ryan
Yeah.
Davis was like, you got 1 million brothers, man, that liked, your pictures because of titties and ass. He says, no, they just like your titties and they like your ass. They don't like you.
Right.
They don't like you, and it's so funny. So what we have is we have a false belief that because people view you and see you, that they believe in you and that they like you. No, that is not true. So people, you can never cheat real knowledge. You can never cheat real good ethical work. You can never cheat it. I tell people all the time, at the end of the day, you can be success. You can have success without talent, but it is impossible to be successful and not have talent. I'm gonna say it again. You can have success and not have talent, but it is impossible to be successful and not have talent. And that is the repetition, to do it over and over again. That is talent. You can say whatever you want about Cardi B. You can say whatever you want about some of these people, but the consistency demonstrates that there is a talent there. And that lucky shot, that perfect game, that perfect season, and you don't hear anything else, it goes to show you that that one opportunity, it opened up an opportunity for you to get that win.
And I'm glad you used Cardi B because that was a big subject with us when she first came out. A lot of the homies was in my ear. She a one-hit wonder. They writing her song. She ain't gonna be able to do it again. That was years ago.
Yeah.
This young lady's charted top the charts since then and never stopped charting though. And so it's the work ethic, like you said. She's working.
Yeah, and
she's working.
And you said that I don't really say much about myself. I'm gonna say this. People always wonder, and they just always say, "What does Terk do?" Like, it ain't your business. Unless we're doing business.
Right.
But the key that's important is that I tell people all the time is that I am really about the service to man. That's what and I learned how to monetize that. So when you reach out to me, that's great. Be prepared to do good business. Like, if we have a relationship, that's fine. But I want to make sure and ensure that we are preparing ourselves to do good work. You can reach me on my social media, Tarek Stevens, because my real name is Tarek, by the way.
Okay.
So T-R-E-K Stevens, my IG, and Terk Entertainment Group, and Terk is spelled T-E-R-K.
T-E-R-K, not T-U, T-E-R-K.
And just we're launching this business of entertainment, and look out for that. We'll be launching that within the next 30 days. And I want to make sure that that you look. I sound like a pastor. I want to make sure that you stay plugged in.
Yeah, but you have to though. You do.
Make sure that you get the information.
Yep, but that's important though, and you're doing something really important for the industry too.
Yes.
And so that's a big deal. So make sure you follow him. We'll put it up on our page as well. And so we thank you for coming and sharing this platform, man. We appreciate you a lot. We're proud.
We consider you family. So anytime our platform can be of use. So if you want to toss some people, be like, you need to go on Spotlight Over City. The answer is yes.
We definitely welcome it all, but we
welcome
you.
I've been trying to get on here for a minute.
No,
we've been
missing. Yeah, we've been going back and forth.
Like, I used to hit y'all up like, when y'all gonna bring me on? Because I'm a fan of the show.
Well, it's a
Yeah,
wrap
we
now. Not
finally
only
got
come on,
it.
it's a blessing for you to be on, and we
Yes.
definitely gonna have you back because I already know you doing some big things, and I'm gonna sneak on a thing, get to Africa with you, and all that kind of stuff. So thank you so much for coming on. You guys give it up one more time for Terk
Terk
Stevens.
Stevens! Yes! All right, y'all.
Thank you. No, after this commercial break, we'll be right back.
We actually don't have a commercial break. We actually want to talk to you all about what you all are seeing up here.
Okay.
And so what my husband is displaying on his
Ask them. So before we get into this, I like to get involved with my sponsors. All of my sponsors are personal to me. I know about their business. I support their business. I'm aware of their business because they do good business. So this young man is not just a black watchmaker. I just wanted to say that. The word Axum, I want you to look it up. A-X-U-M. Very big business right there in itself. It's in Ethiopia. A lot of good things are there. I won't get into that, but there's a history behind Axum. So he did his homework. He didn't just come up with a name, right? The branding, totally amazing. This is one of the sweatshirts. It's amazing quality. It's a bunch of other shirts down here that I don't feel like grabbing, but it's a whole bunch of different things besides watches. This is branding. Be sure to be good with branding. Everything you see on here has Axum.
Nice watches.
It's not just the box. It's labeled well. And the slogan is mind your time. I know I messed it up. Justin, don't fight. Mind your time. Mind your time, which is a great slogan. So with that being said, that's our new sponsor for the year starting 2020.
So we have a Mind Your Time segment.
Okay. Wifey, help me out. So you want to do the segment?
No, go.
Okay, sure. So Mind Your Time is sponsored by Axum. I'm sorry, Justin. He's running it over here. The Axum brand was created to bring great fashion products to the market without having their customers break the bank. Very reasonable. I like that. At Axum, they hold time in high regard. Time is something you cannot get back once it's gone. It's free, yet priceless. I like that. And our time on earth is limited. Their motto is stay focused and mind your time. Stay focused and mind your time. See why I'm branded with them? You see why I'm with them? Whether it is family, friends, or goals, don't take your time for granted. I promise you, that's it right there. I shouldn't have to add nothing. But
I mean,
so with that being said, mind your time. This segment is being sponsored by Axum. And so I just want to add to what they said. It's not much to add to, but I'll say this. Time is the one thing that you can't get back, which they just stated. It takes 1 minute to make a bad decision that could cost you 20 to life. 1 minute, right? So with that being said, whatever you do, make sure that the juice is worth the squeeze.
Yes.
Make sure that the juice is worth the squeeze. It takes
1
minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. So mind your time. You can't get it back.
Cannot.
1 minute. One bad decision could cost you 20 to life.
That's right.
Just like that. So just make sure that the juice is worth the squeeze. I see a lot of my young guys out here making some ill decisions. So make sure when you jump out there and you in anger and you feeling away and you pulling up on ops and you spinning blocks, that the juice is worth the squeeze because it comes with a price. It comes with a price.
It comes with a price. Thank you so much for that. We do have a quick commercial break because we do have one more special guest who's been waiting so patiently.
Thank you, homie.
Yes,
hey, my homie waited for me.
Yes.
The Be More's finest is in the building. That's my home team.
We've got Miles A closing out the show. So after this next commercial break, you will be reintroduced to one of our favorites, Miles A.
I'm going to interview you too, though. So we're going to talk about it right after this commercial break. Spotlight.
Yeah, we live in phase.
Made by means, got that.
Yeah, we live in phase. So I can't leave the house without my mask. Yeah, I'm spinning in that foreign, I might crash. If you tryna live this life, you gotta space. Put your team on and show them bitches who gon' last. Yeah, we gon' split that food. Yeah, we gon' split that bag. My city so litty, bitch, you know we love to drag. And I ain't gotta brag, my dummy leaving toe tags. Your bitch know I'm the GOAT, so I can see why niggas
up in the
mad.
flies, we in the store, finally checking the time. I wanna splurge, I got a place, I had to step out of line. Look at me now, I'm rocking the piece, niggas be thinking I'm signed. We on the road, sharing the feelings, I'm really catching the vibe. Seeing the up, seeing the down, they told me to stay in this life. I stay on my feet, yeah, I'm in the streets, you don't see a stain on my Nikes. Getting the bands, me and my niggas, soon I'll be chasing a milli. I'm in the hide, I'm puffing on haze, now the hotel wanna build me. I had the rose, still be running around my old way. Shoebox in my old safe. Big horse that was 08. Made hits and I cooled out. Streets tell me that I'm propane. All I wanted was a whole thing. Bitches fucking for a gold chain.
Yeah, we live in phase. So I can't leave the house without my mask. Yeah, I'm spinning in that foreign, I might crash. If you tryna live this life, you gotta space. Put your team on and show them bitches who gon' last. Yeah, we gon' split that food, yeah, we gon' split that bag. My city so litty, bitch, you know we love to drag. And I ain't gotta brag, my dummy leaving toe tags. Your bitch know I'm the GOAT, so I can see why niggas
I got my
mad.
hood on my back, I ain't worried about it, I'm back in my mode. Biggie a tour for real, so it's nothing to me, though I'm making it known. Look at me now, that nigga, I'm on the block in my denim. Rocking my fro while I'm watching the fight. They love my swag in the winter. Yeah, I can ball like a mellow. Praying we get to this money and my niggas stuck in the ghetto. I got it. I don't be trusting nobody, I know that these niggas be jello. I got they bitches like hello. They be like, when you gon' settle? My city should give me a medal. I'm making music and selling no work. I'm getting money to walk on a verse. I wanna smoke, but I'm always alert. Come to my show, I'ma give you some merch. She wanna shot with a nigga. We got some plans for the week. They really want me to fall, but I'ma land on my feet.
Yeah, we living fast. So I can't leave the house without my mask. Yeah, I'm spinning in that foreign, I might crash. If you tryna live this life, you gotta space. Put your team on and show them bitches who gon' last. Yeah, we gon' split that food, yeah, we gon' split that bag. My city so litty, bitch, you know we love to drag. And I ain't gotta brag, my dummy leaving toe tags. Your bitch know I'm the GOAT, so I can see why niggas mad.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATL. I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly. I put the spotlight on your city.
Welcome back to Spotlight Over the City, you guys. And as you can see, I got us a +1 in the building. This is my homeboy. This is family. This is my Be More gang, of course, in the building. And this young man is something special. You're going to see in a few minutes what he's going to deliver. But what's going on, man?
What's going on? I'm just here today, man. I'm blessed. You know, I'm just blessed, ready to work.
You super blessed. And you ready? You ready?
Yes, I am.
What we doing today? You got 1 or 2?
I got 2 records, you know. I got the song Get Rich, and the second song is called Pray. I'm going to close that out.
I like that title. How you come up with that?
You know, I just came up with it, you know, just thinking about, I was actually listening to Beanie Siegel's record, Die. And, you know, he had a song, he was talking about ways about how you could die. And I just figured out, you know, I'll make a song about ways that I could pray and people I pray for. And I just went through it.
Now you see why I like this artist. So this young man is super grounded, super talented, lyrical, something that we missing today in hip hop. So what brought you to the rap game? Because I know you've been doing this for a minute because I've been watching.
What brought me to it, you know, battle rapping, you know, freestyling on the school, you know, the school bus and everything, just like getting better and better and listening to hip hop. Big L was the first rapper that made me really want to do it though. Like,
real lyricist. R.I.P. Big L. Real digging in the crates lyricist. So I go back with all that. You know, I'm an old head, but I know about all that right there.
Exactly.
So when I first heard you, I was impressed because of the delivery, right? You have a heck of the delivery. So What's the one artist that you would say inspired you to become what you have become today?
It's a lot of artists.
Just one.
But the
one big one.
I could say Nas.
Respect. One of the best in the game. Next question, and then I'm going to let you have the stage. You got 1 hour. You got to take a ride. You just going to pick up $1 million check. You feeling good. You can listen to one artist. You cannot change. Who would it be?
Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt.
Man, that's going to get you there every time. I listen to that going and coming. I feel you on that. Shout out to Jay-Z. All right, man, without further ado, you want to plug anything? You got any shows coming up? Anything you want to talk about before we get going? You want to talk about that single, where they can find it?
Yeah, I'm coming out with an album called ISO in the month, and the end of the month it's called ISO Independent Self-Observation. You know, it's just explaining how, you know, I'm a nonchalant person and I'm isolated, but also ISO meaning the ball's in my hands, like I'm controlling things now. So.
Very smart. You see what I'm talking about? Not just a rapper, educated, smart, sharp, talented, and grounded. I love it. Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt. So without further ado, you said Nas, you said Jay-Z, some of the greats, Big L.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why you lyrical. So without further ado, you guys, I'm gonna get out the way, and I'm gonna let him share this stage to himself. So y'all put y'all hands together. Put it together. Get ready, you guys. I want y'all to put it together for my main man, Miles. Hey, let's get it.
Let's get it. ISO coming soon. For real. The vibe out for real. You know what I mean? Yeah. Realest to ever do it. I came from it. I was never on the stage frontin'. I was living through the wire, far from yay, but we made something. All my trials, I wouldn't trade nothing. Yeah, in the light, that's where I wanted to be. I used to want friends that feeling smaller than me. Now my chick's so thick, gotta help her out of her seat. When my nigga got robbed, they tried to blame it on me. Too many niggas be worried about what I ain't did. Virginia Nights, me and Debo sharing the same fridge. Was in them alleys, fighting sorta how Tank did. Self-made, now you can see what this pain did. Don't delete a photo, see where I grown at. I promise you that block that I'm reppin', I own that. Looking both ways like where was the zone at? Yeah, that was a known fact, all I want is a gold plaque. It was Stacey Adams, now it's Prada kicks. Wifey rub my back while I taught my ish. And she like Karushi, how she poppin' Chris. And I can make a movie out of shopping trips. Street legendary, music was secondary. Cavassier in the vase, money forever married. I wanna win, I was trying to get by. In the cold with my niggas, we gotta get fly. Yeah, we fly as it gets. I'm in Cali for a week, we riding the 6. I'm just pouring for my niggas who die for the shit. On the block all night, we was trying to get rich. Pretty women, they hop in the whip. Had to quit my 9 to 5, I got me a gift. Man, this life is all I know, this gotta be it. Let them boys have the city, we tryna be rich. Always in the field, I could play with Lamar. Humble in them streets, but I stay with a broad. 40-40 club, the way I'm racing the bar. I really took an L, just like my favorite, the barge. That was easy. Picture niggas beefing over a set. I'm not Serena, ain't going back and forth over the net. Cashmere sweats, the winner was all mine. I started with a crew trying to make it beyond rhymes. College kept me grinding when music was part-time. My trap shoe city, long as the mall line. I wanted more sleep, but a nigga want more money. Louis airbags, still never your crash dummy. Sofa on the mezzanine, 17 with them O's. I was ballet working valet, had to be on my toes. Got a spirit on these records, haven't seen where I go. Drop a classic, got the classic. I had 3 in a row. Yeah. We fly as it gets. I'm in Cali for a week, we riding the 6. I'm just pouring for my niggas who die for this shit. On the block all night, we was trying to get rich. Pretty women, they hop in the whip. Had to quit my 9 to 5, I got me a gift. Man, this life is all I know, this gotta be it. Let them boys head the city, we tryna be rich.
Man, I came a long way.
A long way. A long way. So the same little skinny dude though, man. In them hallways, you know. Chicks laughing at me. Niggas play with me. I'm shining now though, for real. For real. taking over. It's my year, 2022. We here. We make it happen. Yeah. We make it happen. Let's go. Yeah. This one's for the loved ones. You feel me? I pray for my friends, I even pray for my foes. I pray like X, how he would end at his shows. I pray for my mama, continue to keep me close. I pray for my father, I hope I give him some hope. I pray for my brother, we started off on the curb. I pray for my fans who fell in love with my words. I pray for my niggas, some are here, some are gone. I pray for my city, it's like we dying alone. I pray that the ER seeing your last breath. I pray for the youngest, believing they have next. I prayed during closure, I prayed till it's over. I prayed on the roof while the world weighed on my shoulders. I prayed for my granny, how she was praying for me. I prayed for my cousin, he made his way out the street. I prayed it was rough, they said I never amounted. I prayed for my degree, I was crying when they announced it. I prayed before the party, I'm suddenly ducking shots. I prayed one day that I'll have a spot on the rock. I prayed for my music, my mind was my demise. I prayed for my future, surprised that I'm alive. Yeah, I prayed often, paid off, and I stayed ballin'. I prayed while I broke, I don't carry the same wallet. I prayed for my health, though people tell me I'm young. I prayed for my vision and what I wanna become. Was on the choir, I was quiet till I picked up a night. Shedding tears, chain smoking, couldn't sleep through the night. Now crucify me for my gift, I got the passion of Christ. Used to pray, she'll forgive me, now she back in my life. I really prayed, I realized that I never worship facades. Wanted love, now it's feeling like it hurts to belong. I pray for David, he'll recover after losing his leg. I saw my aunts fight with cancer, I was losing my head. Don't treat a prayer like a wish, just believe what you feel. It's like sometimes I wanna leave, but y'all need me for real. Don't treat a prayer like a wish, just believe what you feel. I done made a few mistakes, but it led me to heal. Come on. It's my loved ones, you know, people I lost, people I love, keep going. Hard times don't last, real people do, you feel me? ISO coming soon, album coming out soon, end of the month, can't wait.
Man, y'all give it up one more time for my man Miles A in the building. Let's go. Hey, tough times don't last, real people do. That's one of the realest things I heard this year. I got to get ready to wrap it up. You want to tell them where they can follow you real quick? Make sure they
follow me at the official Miles A on Instagram, Twitter, everything. You know, subscribe to my YouTube channel. You know, ISO coming out by the end of the month. It'll be ready. Let's go.
Let's do it. One time for my Be More gang. I got to wrap it up, you guys. I love all of y'all for coming and rocking with us. My main man Terk in the building. Everybody who came through, all the guests of the guests. Everybody, we appreciate you so much. One time for you, broadcast media. We love y'all. Thanks for rocking with us. We appreciate y'all hosting us every single week and letting us rock like we do. I got to get ready to wrap it. We all way out of time, but guess what? Never be too cool or too fly to pray. Love hard, live good, God first. Spotlight over the city, baby.